Hey, what do with y'all? Swish Entertainment putting y'all tune to all y'all favorite rappers and celebrities alike. But first, I need a little favor done for y'all. First, please like, comment, subscribe to this video, hit that notification bell as well. That'd be a great service to the channel. We put y'all tune to this story. So now today we bring y'all content about your girl Ice Spice. So this girl ex-best friend has been out of her. Ice Spice going by the real name of Isis. Stormy has decided to out her for being a fake friend and talking about people behind their backs. She's come to the internet with several details entailing how this girl gets about other people. So this will not be the first time this has happened. Stormy had decided to out Isis, or Ice Spice as y'all know her, previously within this week. But today she comes with the revelation that Ice Spice may not be too fond of Nicki Minaj, and she came with the receipts as well. So Storm would take to her page on X and she would come out saying good morning bars. As promised, this is how Isis really feels about your evil queen. Add Nicki Minaj, ungrateful and delusional. Just like y'all. Enjoy. So we look very closely at these text messages. They had taken place in May of the 20th, probably sometime last year. Notice that the contact at the top says Ice's second phone, so it's very likely that Stormy was texting Ice Spice's backup phone. So the text messages start off with who we could assume to be Stormy, saying, how'd the call end yesterday? On a good note, in response, Ice Spice said open-ended again. But then James called me with Nicki's old manager of 11 years, and he said she was being unfair asking for too much, which is what everyone's been telling me, but it's hard to negotiate with her because she doesn't let people talk like lawyers or James, etc. In response, Stormy said, just woke up. That's just so annoying, bro. In response, Ice Spice would say, no, she doesn't think so at all. Next, Stormy would say, so frustrating. Do you think you guys will be able to come to a compromise? Ice Spice would finish off saying, hopefully, but we're about to put out another record in June for the Barbie soundtrack, which is an opportunity I brought her. So if you take the time to look at what Ice Spice has said, she said she was in contact with Nicki Minaj's manager of 11 years. The manager had made the claim that Nicki Minaj was being unfair and asking for too much. Then Ice Spice had also made the claim that that's what she had been hearing from many others as well. Then she would go on to state that it's difficult to make negotiations with Nicki Minaj, saying that she's not willing to make conversations with her lawyers or James. Notice that she had made the statement towards the end that they're about to put out a record in the month of June. Take into account that both Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice had dropped their collab project in Barbie World on June 22nd in 2023. So continuing on into the text messages, Ice Spice had also said, because Barbie asked me to do it alone, but since that's her brand, I invited her on and she doesn't even see that as me bringing her something. She's kinda like my mom, ungrateful and delusional. I cut her out, by the way, not speaking to her till January. So it's quite evident that Ice Spice feels like she was doing Nicki Minaj a favor and including her in one of her tracks. She had even gone on to make the comparison of Nicki Minaj to her own mother, calling both of them ungrateful and delusional. Also mentioning that she had cut somebody off and isn't speaking to her till January, who we could assume to be her mother. Following that, Stormy had also released some other text messages between her and Ice Spice before making their departure as friends. So Stormy had made additional comments putting a sad face, then saying, did she do more, or do you just feel like that's what's best? Ice Spice in response had said no, it's that plus she wants publishing from all my songs, including third-party writing competitions. So anything I write for other people or any songs I get on. Mind you, I had a Taylor Swift collab before I had the Nicki one. Stormy in response would say, is the Taylor collab coming out? And yes, I know. I mean, did your mom do more annoying stuff, or did you just feel like a break was necessary? Also, bro, now that I'm thinking about it, what you're saying makes a lot of sense. I think we're forgetting that when Nicki was coming up, the deals people were getting at that time, early 2000s, weren't artist friendly at all. Clearly not until recently. So to us, she's asking for too much. But because she's probably used to seeing labels take more, she feels like it's more than fair. It's not right, but she's much older, which is why she feels that way. Not right at all, though. Ice Spice will respond saying that's basically what she's saying because she keeps saying, oh, when Wayne was signing me, I didn't question, blah, blah. But me and her are in different places in our career when that happened. Like I'm already signed, so why would I work backwards? And now it's just necessary, like she gaslights me too much. I gotta love her from a distance for my mental health. Stormy will reply saying, this is the best way I can describe it. Nicki is like those people who believe that kids today shouldn't get student loan forgiveness because they had to pay for it back when they want. Stormy will end up replying saying, this is the best way I can describe it. Nicki is like those people who believe that kids today shouldn't get student loan forgiveness because they had to pay for it back when they went. Ice Spice responded saying, but mind you, we wanted to pay Nicki. Stormy will reply saying if that makes sense. Ice Spice has said her artist fee, yes, 100%. I think she's jealous that I own all my masters because she said, James, you think you the man and think you so cool in the interview. I don't know why she mentioned that. So we delve deep into these text messages. You can tell that Ice Spice is expressing frustration towards Nicki Minaj for trying to take ownership of many, if not all of her songs. She has said that she wants publishing from all my songs, including third-party writing competitions. Stormy had tried to justify Nicki Minaj's actions because she feels that people within the early 2000s had to go through it differently when they were getting signed. She also attributed Nicki Minaj's age as to why she may know how to make things fair compared to the way things were within the 2000s compared to today's age. Mind you, Ice Spice did end up giving insight into that notion, stating that she was not questionable of Wayne when she was signing her. Instead, she remained patient and obedient when Lil Wayne was signing her to the record label. Ice Spice will end up following up with that, claiming that they were in two entirely different positions when they came up within the rap industry. Ice Spice seems to believe that she was in a more advanced position compared to Nicki Minaj when she is signed to Lil Wayne. Ice Spice will continue to be expressive of her problem with Nicki Minaj, claiming that she tends to gaslight her too much, claiming that she needs to love her from a distance, which could serve towards improving her mental health according to her words. Ice Spice also brings up that she wants to pay Nicki her artist fee. Mind you, going back a step, it seems that Stormy is trying to be explanatory of Nicki Minaj's actions, saying that it's similar to student loans having been what they had to deal with in the old days and comparing it to now. Taking a step back to look at Stormy's comments, she had made the comparison of Nicki Minaj acting the way she does with Ice Spice to those that claim that student loans should be treated the same way they were in the past because they had to pay the student loans, in which elders feel that students in the present day should receive student loan forgiveness because they had to pay it back in the day. Ice Spice will go on to state that she feels that Nicki Minaj is acting out of jealousy because Ice Spice has ownership of all of her masters. So in this final post by Stormy, it would have Stormy saying, "What?" Ice Spice replied saying, and James the one that said I own my masters in the Billboard interview. So backtracking and linking this text to a previous text when Ice Spice had said that Nicki Minaj had said, James, you think you the man and think you so cool in the interview. This apparently had been what she had said when James was doing the interview and brought up that Ice Spice had her masters. This would be what Nicki Minaj said after James had stated that Ice Spice had full ownership of her masters. So Stormy in reply had said it's giving jealous 100%. It's actually sad. Ice Spice replied saying she's showing it so much, like my mom wanted to rap. So that will finalize the mini post that Stormy had ended up putting out. Now, like I said, this is not the first time that Ice Spice's ex-best friend Stormy had outed her over the internet. This had been spoken on in one of the prior videos. If you guys would like to see that, that will be available in the description. But if these text messages given by Stormy are legitimate, it's quite evident that Ice Spice is feeling the way towards Nicki Minaj. It seems that she perceives that she is jealous of her success, the fact that she owns her masters, and is trying to take ownership of her work. It seems that Ice Spice has begun to develop some form of disdain towards the rapper because of how she's carried herself in their partnership. But yeah, y'all, let's go cap out the video. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Are you guys surprised to see that Ice Spice had made these comments about Nicki Minaj if these text messages are legitimate to begin with? Do you think this will finalize all this Stormy ends up posting about Ice Spice, or do you think that she has more in store for people on the internet? And to cap that off, did you guys hear Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice's track Barbie World, which was dropped in June of 2023? And if so, what did you guys think of that? Let all that be known in the comments, y'all. That's gonna do it. I'm out.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.